Want to talk a quick rumor before we move on?
Yeah.
Jesse Lingard. MLS clubs interested in the Englishman. Tons of potential at age 30, whatever. 29 years old, has left Manchester United. He wasn't in Eric Ten Hag's plans. And now it's saying there are at least two teams looking at him. I believe LAFC was one of them, but I think that they're going to go pursue somebody else. I don't remember what that rumor was, but West Ham and Everton are still interested, but Lingard will be open to this move. What do you think?
I feel like teams are, I know he's 29 years old at this point, which that kind of surprised me a little bit. I didn't realize he was that old. I thought he was maybe like 26, 27, but I think people are sleeping on this one a bit. If you were managed to bring him in, I think that would be massive. I mean, he's 2 seasons off from tearing it up at West Ham. I mean, he looked incredible there. He was one of the better players in the Premier League. If you were to sign any other player who is a better player in the Premier League for a team that finished in the top half of the table, that'd be massive. I can only imagine if LAFC managed to have signed him. I don't know. They may still pull it off. Who knows? That would be the most disgusting team of all time. I think the potential for him to really succeed here is super high. I'm high on this move. I think he's a really good player who's just never really had a good chance in the last few years at United. And when he had his chance at West Ham, he took it and he ran with it and he looked great. So I think if someone picked him up here in MLS, I think he would do really well. I think he'd be a star here.
Yeah. Outside of his potential to play, the marketability is a massive part of that, right? You're looking at a guy who did one dance and was automatically like the face of the internet for weeks. Dude could come in, Millie Rock on one goal that he scores in the year, and ESPN will be talking about it for months. Right, and again, it would never happen because the Euro snobs would be rolling over in their grave. But imagine he comes in here and lights up for 20 goals, 25 goals, golden boot record, whatever. And he gets called into the England team from MLS. Do you imagine something like that? That'd be unreal. Never would.
I don't know if I could see that happening. That's
I'm telling you, I think England as a footballing federation would implode before ever letting an MLS Englishman play in their national team. But be pretty cool to think about.
Yeah, definitely. One last comparison I wanted to make. I don't know if you were moving on, but
no, go ahead.
It's not the most 1-for-1 comparison because I think they're two different players in the way that they play. But Carlos Heel came over from the Premier League as well, where he was not good when he played with Villa. Now you're talking about bringing in Jesse Lingard, who was really good in the Premier League and is still at an age. It's not like you're bringing him over to retire. Like he's still at a prime age. Right. I think he would destroy here if put in the right system, but he would get backed. He would have his chance here. He'd be one of the top players, which I think he would thrive off of. So
it's almost like he would fit really well in a system led by somebody who has played in a similar system as him, perhaps an Englishman who may or may not have just taken over a side that's in need of an attacking midfielder. I don't know.
That could be what they need to save it or to revitalize that team, honestly.
My worry would be that he takes it too much like Douglas Costa, who I don't know if you just saw the update, but Douglas Costa is being called out because his team's getting smacked around in derbies and then he's just going off to vacation and partying like nothing happened, right? My worry is that he comes in and does something like that where, he comes in, he plays a game, whatever the result is what the result is, and then he's out partying in Miami or New York City or wherever he's at, LA or whatever. and that's all that he cares about is the American life. Right. That's obviously a bad look on the league. We've talked about the importance of the people coming in being, what's the word I want to, being good spokesmen is the word I'd like to use, right? Reflecting well or representing the league well when it comes to them just existing, right? How are you going to, when you come to us, you're going to be a part of our league, you're going to be the face of our league, one of the faces of our league. You need to be able to handle that properly. So that would be my biggest worry with him, is him taking it more for the American lifestyle and less for the league.
Yeah, I think that's totally a fair shout. The one thing I would say though is I think Lingard's coming off a stronger, more recent season with West Ham than Douglas Costa was coming in with. He was playing in Brazil before that, where I can't say whether or not he was good, but the seasons prior to that, he was kind of barely playing, not really doing much.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it didn't seem like a good move on the surface. Jesse Lingard, I don't know what it is, but it just feels like it would be a better move than what the Galaxy have got with Douglas Costa right now.